Have you ever wondered how a romantic relationship begins or even starts? There are stages that couples go through that helps them decide whether they want to continue it or stop it in general. As Sally Connolly says in her blog, The 4 Stages of Dating Relationships, some stages take longer than others, and some people take longer at each stage. Romantic relationships are always the main focus on oneself because of love and intimacy that comes with it, but it requires a series of hard steps that for a person may be hard to handle. Although there are many steps in each category of dating, I'm only going to cover 3 today, and that will be initial meeting, attraction, and eventually dating. First, I'm going to talk about the first meeting. Meeting someone for the first time is the most important step in any form of relationship. When it comes to the first encounter, eye contact and facial expressions may seem little, but maybe the best thing to do when starting a conversation, especially when you want to know who that person is and what their interests are. Facial expressions and emotions and eye contact can all help with that. Each day relationships begin somewhere. Some are online and some in person. In person is the most common way for initial meeting between 2 people or more than 2 people. And meeting that person for the first time may be special, and it can really help them get to know one another. As though for that course of action, there is online dating where, for instance, social media is involved, whether that's Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. That's how people meet, and eventually, once they're comfortable, they will meet up in person, which is also the real common way to meet up, but online dating has proved to be effective in some cases. You may wonder and ask yourself why the first meeting is always important no matter what happens or what is going on, and it's because every situation like this always helps the person to get to know you more better and help you get to know that person better. They also try to decide whether or not it was good or bad, if they want to see you again or they just don't want to see you again. As Sally Connolly mentions in her blog, The 4 Stages of Dating, different aspects for meeting someone allow for different opportunities to get to know each other, and see if there's a connection or an interest to that person, and if they want to go to that next level. Secondly, the meeting stage, we now go into attraction. Attraction is when a person is interested in another person. They may feel fascination or a personal connection to them, which causes a huge attraction. People who are attracted to other people may feel like they thinking about them a lot, as their heart is pumping and is faster than theirs. In 2005, Fisher, a researcher, studied around 2,500 MRI scans of basically any college student who were given photos of people, and the people who were involved with romantically compared to who just knew that partner. The results showed that the person that were romantically involved had more photos and were attracted to the most people than the people who were just friends with them. Experts claimed and explained how both feelings and emotions when falling in love is similar in a sort of way to drugs, ammunition, which can lead to increased energy, appetite suppressions, and feelings of anxiety and loss of energy. At the class of Harvard Medical School and Harvard University and MyMed, The Stages of Love, from Attraction and Attachment, and quote, "For centuries, people have romanticized the idea of love and have said that comes from the heart. However, we now understand that contrary to popular belief, that is just not the case. And even though thoughts may be true, and even though the heart may be right, there's been some cases where from the medical students at Harvard University and both school that our brains are the way we think and feel about feelings and thoughts. Finally, we have the final stage of any romantic relationship, for which is dating. The dating stage is where they start an attraction and they start fascination. They eventually go out, they may hug, they may kiss, and they may just hang out more than usual than friends would. And they'll eventually start the next level of their lives, or they may move in together. And the first part of it is commitment. Commitment is always the hardest part of any relationship, mainly because some people are not committed, or some people are just not interested in commitment, or it's just too hard for them. Two, it's being honest. Most couples these days don't be honest with each other. Some people keep secrets, and there's some couples who are more adverse and want to have a more honesty approach to each person. And three is to support each other. Some couples may feel like their spouse is not supporting them, or that girlfriend, boyfriend is also not supporting them, no matter the case. And four is thinking and planning a future, which is the most hardest because some people may still be in high school, or they may be in college, which is not ready to start a future, especially if they're thinking about financial issues and financial planning. Each of these things can be tough to go through, especially if they are new in any relationship. And some people, especially new couples like in high school, can all be confusing, and it can all cause some stress and anxiety in oneself. No matter what ways a relationship takes, there can be many ways for being in a healthy one. According to the expert on relationships, Kate Scalassi, a committed relationship is one in which you and your partner relationship says yes to a future together, and y'all are both supportive, y'all are both planning a future, and y'all will both be honest with each other no matter what happens and no matter what anyone goes through in life. Scala's personality believes that the main component of any healthy relationship is hard work from both people, and hard work from both the female and the male, or both, and they should both work hard towards it. One of the best pieces of a healthy relationship is that you have support no matter what happens. Like Scalisi says in What is a Committed Relationship by Megan Leary, 24 September 2021, knowing how to show up for one another in both times of trouble and celebration shows that you have taken the time to really get to know that one person, that you'll both be there for one another. In conclusion, we have learned the limitations of meetings, attractions, and commitment stages, and maintaining a more healthy and stable relationship in any type of form of dating or so on. And there's been a numerical data shown by both the new generation and the old generation between the dating gaps and how each one of them is different and how they should go on with their dating stages. I use Stephanie Pollack 93 relationship statistic in U.S. for 2023 as my source for the numerical data. I use Lally Megan What is a Committed Relationship 2024 September 2021 the Knot.com. I used Sally Connolly for 4 stages of dating, relationships, mental health, and lastly, I used MyMed, the stages of love from attraction and attachment. And even though it may seem like a hard step in any relationship, no one can deny that romantic relationships always have a few stages in life that a person must confront or have to deal with when beginning a new or a past life with someone else. And thank you all for listening, and I hope I shared enough information for you to learn about romantic relationships. And I'm joined by my mom and dad. Thank you, everyone.